people having babies late 30s, early 40s, their parents will be retiring when the children are very young, if not babies. So grandparents are picking up a lot of the slack as daycare gets harder to find and more expensive. And I've seen lots of retirees who ended up working much harder at childcare than they ever did when they were working. So it's a great service, but respect it, guys.
Absolutely. Maybe one more question before we head off, but Daniel asks...
Daniel's, what do you spend the 500 on?
Good question. So many things. I'm surprised it's that much, to be honest, but we have been tracking it diligently. Just like clothes, formula is a big one. What would you say?
Yeah. Is that the 500 before the birth or after the birth?
I guess in general before the birth about 500. Maybe now it's a bit less, 250 per month or so. Yeah. But yeah, baby items are expensive.
There's always stuff that comes up. She starts to crawl around, so we need to get baby-proofing the whole house. Then she is in a pen and she's too small for the pen, so...
Yeah.
It just somehow it adds up to 500 with so many random stuff.
Bottles.
And now that she starts childcare, she's on formula, so that's another expense.
Need to get her hat.
And you get like protection on the floor.
Right, no hat, no play.
Exactly. So many things. Yeah.
And what about, I want to come back to Jade's point about super, because it is a very important point. Dealing with the childcare illness train, like everyone I talk to, their kids bring home illness from daycare all the time. So every parent I talk to has got constant string of low-grade flus and colds and viruses and stuff. Is there a solution?
Oh, I'm not sure. If you do, let me know. But yeah, I guess Gia hasn't been too sick. She's been a bit sniffly here and there, but I do feel like I am getting a bit more sick now that she comes home from daycare. But I guess it is quite good for their immune systems, like as unfortunate as it is. But cool. Super is an interesting point. I think that co-contribution is a good thing that you mentioned, Vince, for partners. They basically, like, maybe there's a partner that's working a bit more, especially in the early years. That partner could contribute extra to their spouse's super, right? And get benefits.
Yeah. Jade makes a very valid point that, because women still earn less over their career, even though equal pay has been law for, 20 years, it is true that over their working life, women on average earn less, largely because they spend less time in the workforce. And that, therefore, because super is a percentage of pay, that has the natural corollary of leading to lower super balances. And so women do get to retirement on average with lower balances than blokes on average. And so as a household, this is something we have to deal with. And many of these decisions are not external impositions. They are decisions made around millions of Australian kitchen tables every year as to how we as a household are going to manage our finances. And the point I was seeking to make, however inarticulately, was that $1 saved is, apart from the tax, broadly the same whether you pay that money off your home loan or you invest it for your kid or you put it in your super fund or you invest it outside super. That compounding works as a household, and we all need to turn some of the human capital we started adulthood with, that is our ability to earn an income, whether it's through education, experience or training, into financial capital by the time we retire. And the amount that you need to not spend during your working life so you can spend after you stop working is a personal decision. So if you're happy to retire as a couple on $50,000, you don't have to save any money for retirement, because that's what a couple age pension is worth today. And now, for many people, maybe even most people, 50,000 ain't going to be enough. And so we therefore need to save some of our working life income to spend after we retire. And so how we do that is a personal decision, and how much of that income we want to defer into retirement is a personal decision. We are all being forced, as of next year, to put 12% of our pay into our super funds, which should replace about 40% of your pre-retirement income if it's husbanded. The decision we all need to make is how much more of our household income we want to put in that pile as opposed to spending it today. That's not an easy decision to make at 25, because very few of us, or 30, because very few of us know what being 60 or 70 really looks like. And the big decisions around where we live and what we drive, which will take up 40% of your lifetime household income, are the big things to get right early on.